Okay, so my presentation is on Leonardo Torres Quevedo. He was a Spanish inventor, and he was born in Molledo, Spain in 1852, and he lived 83 years and died in Madrid, Spain in 1936. He made very significant contributions in the fields of public transport, aeronautics, regular nautics like ships, and most significantly, computer science, even beginning research in artificial intelligence. Among his inventions are a cable car system, a mechanical calculator capable of solving polynomials for their roots, and a chess-playing robot. In 1920, he invented the first mechanical calculator capable of solving polynomials for their roots, but it also worked like a regular calculator where you could add, subtract, multiply, and divide. It used discrete variables to solve polynomials continuously and automatically. And here I have pictured two pictures of his calculator, and the left one you can see there's a lot of wheels here, and each of those wheels represents a variable in this polynomial, and you can manipulate those wheels to do basic calculations or to solve polynomials for their roots. It used a typewriter. It plugged into this typewriter so that you could type in the numbers that you wanted to calculate and output the solutions. Here's a little circuit diagram for his calculator. I don't fully understand it, but you can see that there are a couple wheels here with a lot of circuits running off of them into the inner circuitry, which makes them perform as a calculator and makes them capable of producing the solution to any polynomial equation. Well, of certain degrees, but we'll get into that later. The calculator could add, subtract, multiply, and divide, and he went on to invent more mechanical calculators capable of solving higher degree polynomials for their roots. So he could solve, instead of x squared, he could solve a polynomial with x to the third in it. These calculators were in turn capable of performing more complex operations like the square root, the cubed root, exponentiation, and even finding roots to polynomials. He used a typewriter to input equations and output solutions. In 1914, he invented this chess-playing automaton named El Ajedrecista, which is Spanish for the chess player, and it was capable of checkmating its opponent every single time that it played. However, it played a very limited form of chess, and as you can see over here on the left, we have a black king, which is the opponent, and then the machine plays a white king and a white rook. So the black cannot possibly win this, and any real player should be able to find a checkmate. So it's not that impressive, but it is impressive that a machine was doing it. The chess automaton followed a series of rules programmed into it called heuristics, and this style of computing using heuristics laid the groundwork for modern artificial intelligence. Among these rules, there are this one: if the opponent's king is on the other half of the board and at least one space away vertically, then the machine will move the rook one square vertically towards the king, thus trapping it and making it so the king cannot move towards the rook. And there were only 5 other rules, but not included in those is the machine could tell if you made an illegal move, like you tried to move your king all the way across the board, and it would flash a light at you. And then if you made 3 illegal moves, it would just quit playing, which is kind of funny. Some other inventions that he created were the Whirlpool Aero car, as you see here. It's a cable car system capable of carrying 35 passengers up to 1 kilometer in the air on a series of steel cables. An airship, or a blimp, the Astra Torres airship, and a ship called the Benave, as well as a few other ships, but the Benave was special because it was multi-hulled. As you can see here, it has 2 hulls, making it more stable. And he also invented an early form of floating point numbers, as well as an early version of modern remote control principles, which were important for things like the remote control. In conclusion, Leonardo Torres Quevedo was a mastermind and a genius inventor who dedicated his life to his craft. He began inventing at the age of 35 and retired at age 80, and he died at age 83, so he really only got 3 years of not inventing things. He laid the groundwork for many modern technologies, including the remote control, floating point arithmetic, and even artificial intelligence. Thank you.